Now I know काफी time हो चुका है since we last spoke about cars. I know काफी time हो चुका है since the last episode came out. Because of reasons unknown, because of situations that cannot be spoken about. मगर हम इन बातों का गम नहीं मनाएंगे. हम इस बात की खुशी मनाएंगे कि another episode is going to come in that we are going to pick up right where we left off. We are going to talk about a vehicle that existed long before the fancy G63s, the Fortuners, the Cadillacs, the Scorpios. This car is the granddaddy of the all. जहाँ पे एक तरफ the Maruti Omni was a kidnapper's delight. This car was every gangster's dream. From the long list of cars that hit again and again above its weight, this car had no business being as bold as it was. Another one of those gems जिनकी utility कुछ और थी, पर इन्होंने वो सब कुछ किया जिसका makers ने अंदाजा भी नहीं लगाया होगा. We are going to talk about the legend of Tata Sumo. The Tata Sumo was produced by Tata Motors between 1994 and 2019. That's right, 2019 तक ये गाड़ी Tata Motors ने manufacture करी है. It was a 10-seater SUV originally launched primarily for military use and for off-road transport. The name Tata Sumo comes from Mr. Sumant Mulgaonkar, who was a former MD at Tata Motors. Sumo Tata Motors के लिए एक बहुत ही ज़्यादा successful गाड़ी रही है with over 1 lakh units being sold even before 1997. It was based on the Talcoline's Tata X2 body on frame platform chassis. It was based on Talcoline's Tata X2 body on frame platform with a strengthened and redesigned rear end for better off-road capability with part-time all-wheel drive. Sumo से पहले Indian market काफी हद तक stagnant कर चुका था. The only modern car that was there in this particular segment was coming from Mahindra, primarily derived from the original Willys Jeep. Sumo के आते ही Sumo completely took over the market. Like other Tata cars at this time, it revolutionized things. It gave a product that was way ahead of its time. Sumo के अंदर आता था same engine as was there in the Talcoline, a 2-liter Peugeot XD88 4-cylinder engine with 2 valves per cylinder producing 63 horsepower. Indirect injection. 1996 में Sumo was updated with a more refined deluxe version. 1998 में the 2-liter Peugeot engine got a turbocharger and the turbocharged version was produced majorly for the international market. But 2001 में ये turbocharged engine India में भी दिया गया. The new engine was Euro 2 compliant and produced 92 horsepower. 2000 में a new version called the Spatio was introduced. The Spatio came with a new 2956cc diesel engine that came straight from the light commercial vehicle Tata 407. Riding on a longer wheelbase as compared to the OG Sumo, it came with a different rear axle, it came with a different transmission, different tires, all of them focused on getting out better fuel economy. एक major
Send an ambulance quickly.
Spatio के आने के बाद भी the classic Sumo was still available in the market, but the Spatio came in at a lower price point, essentially making it a more pocket-friendly and affordable model as compared to the other one. 2007 में Tata introduced the Spatio Gold Plus, which introduced a new 3-liter engine that came from the 4SP family. The power was now increased to 70 horses and 223 Newton meters of torque. इसी के बीच में 2004 में Spatio का एक facelift भी दिया गया, which was called the Sumo Victa. The vehicle came with all new interiors. It featured a tachometer, multifunction instrumental panel, power steering, power windows on all 4 doors, keyless entry and a host of other features. Later the same year, a new version called the Sumo Spatio Victa Turbo. Later the same year, a new version called the Sumo Victa Turbo was launched. The powertrain came from the Spatio, the interiors and the looks came from the Victa, thus making the Victa Turbo. बहुत सारे वर्जन निकाले टाटा ने सुमो के. In 2012, Tata launched the Sumo Gold. The Sumo Gold was a facelift of the old Sumo Victor and it featured a new 3-liter die-core engine. The new engine had 4-cylinder, it came with 16 valves in total and it increased the power output. Valves. The new engine had 4 cylinders, it came with 16 valves. The die-core engine produced 85 horsepower and 250 Newton meters of torque. Internally कुछ additions किए गए, brake system was improved and the suspension was reworked to make the ride less rigid and more compliant in general. इसके अलावा another model came in सबके बीच में called the Tata Sumo Grand. This model came in 2008 with the all-new 2.2-liter die-core engine which continued in the series way after it. The power output for this Sumo was the highest of it all, producing a peak power of 120 horses. This model featured a completely different bodywork as compared to the other models. Looks के मामले में, I think there are different set of opinions. I feel like the classic Sumo just stands out as compared to the others. The Sumo Victor for me never really had a defined personality. It was still a Sumo, it was trying to be modern. But yeah, April 2019 में the production for Tata Sumo was finally stopped, not because Tata was not garnering sales, not because the Sumo wasn't doing well, but because the market had become more compliant, the market needed upgrades, better safety protocols गए थे, and this gave the way to an all-new model called the Tata Harrier that we see even today in Tata's lineup. As I've discussed previously in this series, कई गाड़ियां ऐसी हैं जिनको बनाया किसी और चीज के लिए गया था और उनका relevance, unka significance in the history has come out for something else altogether. Like the Omni, the Sumo has a different sort of following, created a different kind of group. Bollywood movies garnered a lot of attention for the Sumo because it was essentially the gangster's car. कोई भी रफ काम वगैरह कराना है, कहीं पे भी जाना है, the Sumo did it all. Even in military use we find the Sumo today because these cars are just rugged. This car again comes in as the initial gems that came into the country. It featured as a transport vehicle. It was very, very famous amongst taxis and it did so much more than initially imagined.